This is Work Health Safety Assignment 2 role play. This is Idris, who will be chairing the meeting.
Well, thank you all for coming today. I think before we start the meeting, we just need to do an acknowledgement to the traditional owners, the Guugu Yalanji, pay respect and honour the elders past, present and emerging. So Cam, the secretary couldn't make it today. We've got the minutes, like everyone's got a copy. I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind taking the minutes for today's meeting.
For sure, I'd love to.
Oh, good on you. Well, we're recording it, so we'll be able to get it typed up later.
Beautiful.
That's all right. So the first item, of course, we need to look at the minutes from the previous meeting. Have you all had a chance to have a look?
Yeah, we've already got a good chance. No dramas there.
So we'll take that as being read. Everybody accept them?
I'll accept the motion.
Yeah.
Beauty.
Okay. Well, that motion's carried then. The minutes from last meeting are in order. What's on the agenda today, Cam? I'm sorry.
Beautiful. No worries.
A bit late.
No drama at all.
Familiarise myself.
It's good to see you, mate. I haven't seen anything since the last meeting, I think.
Yeah, right.
I think the first agenda on the meeting is the fact that the external lights aren't working outdoors where the staff car parking is. It's obviously something we've got to get onto immediately because when we look at the risk matrix, the likelihood of an incident happening is pretty high. The consequences could be pretty bad. So I think it's something that we need to get onto maintenance straight away.
Yes.
Get all lights completely fixed up straight away.
It's not health and safety; it's also security. So yeah, it's
exactly.
It's a high priority for that one.
That's right. So along with that, we may want to discuss the situation. A lot of staff here leave by themselves at different times of the day and night. Right. We might want to discuss maybe a buddy system where if someone is staying back late, someone else stays back with them. We have a situation where no one gets left here alone, or is there any danger walking out into the external areas of the building. We don't obviously want anything to happen or any fear to be set into any of the staff here.
For sure.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Beauty. I was also thinking maybe if we need to think about getting a security guard for a couple of hours of the night, or we can have a discussion with the maintenance about that as well.
That could run into a fairly high expense when you do it like
True.
that, but surely all the circuitry and stuff there, so it can't be such a big job that an electrician couldn't fix it in a few hours.
100%. So we'll get that done today. I will take responsibility of that action.
It might be well worth suggesting that the security company, who are they?
PDM.
Yeah. But just let them know that we're kind of like at risk at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. So they
come around to make sure that they have a good inspection.
It's a great idea. And I might even ask them if they can arrange their time so they're coming through between 6 and 8, or the most vulnerable time for our staff.
Look, you know, I'm pretty sure those guys are fairly flexible. So if any staff members concerned about leaving the building or late or coming in early, we could always arrange it that we know what time they're arriving and have a security guy here for that period.
Great idea. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get onto that,
right.
And I will take responsibility for that action. I'll get onto maintenance like now.
Yeah.
And we will move on from there.
Yeah. I don't think we'll have any trouble getting the expenses, if there are any, through.
Okay.
It's a high priority to do a job like that.
Sure.
Okay.
So of the second, we happy to go into the second item? Second item, we've had staff complaining about uncomfortable workstation. Apparently Susan, when she gets up from her chair, she's often got a very sore back, and apparently the lighting is bad in that area as well, and apparently the heating is just not working. I know we live in the tropics, but it does get pretty cool in the winter months at night. So
Right, yeah, it could have been that. It could be that just rats or cockroaches have eaten through the wire.
that's right. They
So
could
it's just a
have.
matter
Yeah.
of getting it looked at. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I will take the action, responsible action of that. Again, looking at the risk matrix, would you agree that the kind of medium risk? Something that we need to get onto quickly, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm surprised that the workstations aren't ergonomic. So if there's a problem there, we need to investigate that.
absolutely. So
Um,
we might get the department to go through, check all the chairs around and the desks around
Sure.
the whole
Yeah, if they're
compound.
worn and they're not functioning properly, we might have to put them on for a replacement.
Beautiful. So I've written that down. So go back to external lights. I put down a review date for tomorrow, just so we get on top of that straight away.
Yeah.
I'm thinking for
Look, if it is not arranged and if they're not coming to fix it, you haven't got the proper time frame for it by like midday tomorrow, give us the bell and we'll work on it a bit harder.
100%. Yeah. We'll get that. Look, that's number one priority. So you're
Sure.
right.
Yeah.
So we'll have a review date on the 18th, so a week from today, about the furniture and the
And the
lighting
heating
and the
especially,
heating.
it'll take a while for someone to come and have a look at that.
Of course, but we'll get the wheels in motion and we'll discuss it next week. Beauty.
Yeah, and bring it up with the line managers, just ask their staff
Sure.
to check their gear if stuff's worn or it's not working
That's
properly.
right.
Then we definitely need to repair it or replace it.
Good idea.
Yes.
Good idea. Okay, we're happy to move on to the third.
And I think everyone, well, you guys agree with that, do you?
Beautiful. Good
Right.
idea,
Well,
guys.
so you can we'll make that as a motion to do that, and the motion's carried.
Beautiful. Okay, so I'll just take care of this. Sorry, do I take care? I'd like to mention the third situation we're dealing with here, and it's quite important. We've had a problem with a staff member complaining about another staff member who's quite keen on practical jokes, and I'm sure that they don't. Well, they probably don't mean any harm by them, but it is causing a lot of distress for the staff member that is getting is the brunt of these practical jokes.
That can't happen.
Definitely not. No.
In
So
one of the dictionaries on Australian Strine, it defines a dag as being a lump of soil under a sheep's tail or a practical joker, and in both instances they need to be removed for the health of the beast.
okay, I like it. Okay, it's nice. We'll roll
So
with
if
that.
that bloke can't restrain
Sure.
himself and behave in
Yeah.
accordance with our protocols,
Yeah, we don't know.
then he's just
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
she or he. And so I've actually put that. I'm looking at the risk matrix again, and I'm sure you agree that's a high risk, and we need to get on top of straight away.
yes,
So,
yeah.
So again,
This leads to all people start taking sides and stuff like that. You have
exactly, that's right.
division.
So I'll
No,
take responsibility.
I'd put that on the same ranking as sexual harassment.
Well, that's that we don't know exactly
In the
how
form
far
it
the
is.
harassment's going, so we 100% you're dead right.
Yeah, what,
So I've contacted human resources.
yeah,
Obviously, management is going to speak to the staff directly
Sure.
involved.
right.
I
have to look at the person's employment contract to see what remedies there are.
That's right. And look, let's hope that
We
these
have to
jokes.
write him a letter and start that procedure if he doesn't fix himself. I think.
That's
I
right.
guess
So
the third letter is goodbye.
yep. So human resources will be all over that, and we obviously taking that incredibly seriously, hoping that no malice has been intentional, but unfortunately that's the way it's gone.
Now you
So
come to work to do a job, not to have fun with your mates.
that's right.
And
So
then if your mates don't think that's fun, then it's obviously something you don't
very
bring to work.
inappropriate. It's beautiful. Okay, so we're in agreement there, Beauty. So we'll knock that on the head. Again, that's a high rates high on the risk matrix.
It's
And
something that's got to be fixed.
yeah, and so I'll put a
Walk
review.
up to a girl and slap her on the ass. It's not raping her, but it's
That's
still
right.
sexual harassment.
Sure, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
So you walk up to a mate and stick a beetle down the back of his shirt or some stupid thing like that, that can have pretty significant ramifications.
That's right. Again, so that
So
we
it's got to be stopped.
stomped on that straight
It's
away.
not a little bit, it's none at all.
That's right. So I'll put a review date for exactly a week from today again, but obviously we will be mindful of that as of now.
I'd be
And
interested to see who that is. Actually, I've got a couple of
yeah,
ideas who we might be talking about.
yeah. So again, we won't be we're not going to construct any sides against
No.
this versus that, but we will get onto that straight away. And yeah,
You know, everybody who's here deserves to be here. We've all got a right to be here, but we've also got to respect
100%.
each other.
100%.
And that's a mark of lack of respect, I think.
100%.
All right. This next agenda item, I think I'd better address that. Someone came to me yesterday. They almost fell over. They slipped on some of the pavement outside.
Oh, okay.
So that's a threat to all the staff, the clients and visitors to the centre, and we're all at risk of slipping and having serious injury.
For sure.
You can fall over, and like the other fella did. Incidentally, he's got to fill out an incident report for that, but so should that person who's been a butt of practical jokes.
Sure. So
And the person you mentioned is having difficulty with their seating arrangements.
that's what you're saying that we would.
They all need to fill out
incident report for all these
incident
things.
reports for
Yeah,
sure.
beautiful.
And in the case of the uncomfortable workstation, I
Yep.
want to see that myself.
Sure.
And I'll need to get one from this fellow that fell over yesterday. Now, yeah, so you can fall over and not be injured, but you can also fall over and back the side of your head, and you could be dead in 3 minutes.
That's
so
right. Yeah. So
that's
obviously you don't want that.
very, very high priority in my mind.
So you're the chairman, but you're happy to
Yeah,
take
yeah.
responsibility action with
I'll
that?
get in touch with the yardman and have him put up a barrier and signage so that there's no access in that area until we get it fixed.
Good on you, beauty.
I know the area. There's water gathers there, and it gets a little bit of
Yeah, I think I know the area people
yeah,
talking about as
algae
well.
grows on it.
Yeah,
That
I
makes
think
it
I
really
kind
slippery.
of lost my footing on it a little bit. Nothing crazy, but I'm
Yeah.
glad I should have put an incident.
No.
report myself.
I'll get onto that bloke as soon as this meeting's over,
Beautiful.
and we'll get the barriers put up, and then we'll look at getting some steam cleaning done, or if necessary, we'll put some textured flooring in that area to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we're lucky. We're very lucky that we didn't have a serious injury.
So
Yeah.
tomorrow we
Yeah,
should
yeah.
review that
I
straight
reckon
away.
start of work tomorrow morning. If those barriers aren't up, the yardman's going to have to do it immediately.
Yeah, beautiful. And so we'll get those barriers put up straight away right now.
Yeah.
On
We'll
the-
get them done this afternoon if we
Beauty.
can.
okay,
And the light, like you said, we haven't got any lighting outside, so people can't really see what they're walking on. So it's imperative that that area gets sorted out.
Beauty. Okay, so great. You're on to that one.
Yep.
Great news.
Yeah, I'll give Maxie a ring as soon as we're done.
Beautiful. Okay, so the next point of core is it's a bit of an issue actually. I've noticed, and other people have said so as well. That we've constantly got overflowing rubbish bins out the front there. It's quite disgusting. The smell is filthy. It's obviously going to cause some bad hygiene around the
Yeah.
area. I've seen maggots kind of thing
Are you
starting
talking
to.
about the skips?
This-
The big bins, or are you just talking about the waste ones that are near the front door? There?
I'm talking about the roll, the green bins that we
yeah,
roll
yeah,
out.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
The
basically,
industrials. Yeah, okay.
so look, it's a low on the risk matrix. It's a low. It rates pretty low, but something that we need to get onto.
Yeah,
I'm sure you
it's
agree.
offensive.
Yeah, it's offensive, and it's not cool for visitors or staff members at all.
That's right.
So, and also the bins are too heavy. Someone could is going to end up doing an injury, or especially with the heavy bins, stuff overflowing ends up getting rubbish all over you. It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
I'm
So,
surprised, Cam, we might maybe have to have a look at talk to the contractor.
I think we
and
definitely need more
get
bins.
them to turn them over more rapidly. Maybe
yeah,
if
good
they're
idea.
coming fortnightly, get them to come weekly. Or
Well,
something
they're coming
like
weekly at the moment, so maybe see if they can come
Oh,
twice
right.
weekly, but
Yeah.
also we'll get in contact and see if they can supply us with some more bins, and we'll get maintenance onto that as well. If we get extra bins, maybe pick them up twice a week instead of one, and we'll knock that on the head as well.
Yeah.
So I put a review date down for 2 weeks from now. We'll get it done. I'll
Yeah.
put it down at the low of things going on, obviously, but something that we definitely need to get right onto.
Yep.
I'll take the next one off to right. Maddie was going to bring it up, but he had to take off. So we've got all our pamphlets, paraphernalia comes delivered in boxes, and we're storing them upstairs in that tiny little room. Uh, we're all finding it a little bit awkward to. Firstly, there's no lighting up those stairs. It's very thin and awkward. Now, I was thinking the best way to get around this was to find a new storage room somewhere downstairs here, somewhere we can get to quite easily. Someone's going to do themselves an injury going up and down those stairs, and unless we want to make the staircase wider, which we can't, it's going to just. I think the best thing. You're happy? You agree that we should find a different storage area,
Yeah.
somewhere a little bit more easily accessible.
I can't think of any empty rooms, so it's going to mean changing the purposes. So I know the stairs, and I know that little room up the top, and ooh, might well be that we could put some of the archive boxes up there that are like more than 3 years old. The
That's a
ones
good
that we've
idea.
just got to keep from 3 to 5 years.
And that room's easily accessible for the larger boxes with our pamphlets. So
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
great idea. So
So
maybe
if we move our archives up to there,
yep, beauty, and
then
we'll use that room.
but the archive room that we've got now will just have to be shared, because I don't think all the current archives, the stuff that's less than 2 years old, we still need to access.
Beautiful. Okay,
fairly
we'll get on to that, and
regularly.
we'll talk with relevant staff around those areas that they're happy with that.
Yeah,
I'll put that down as a well. Would you agree it's pretty medium? It's a medium risk on the risk matrix. Saying that we should do, but saying that it can't cause
well, it's
too
not
much.
like people going up there 10 times a day. is
That's
it?
exactly right. So we'll leave it in the medium.
Even a couple of times a week's probably more than
That's
when
right.
you consider what they've got to carry. I mean,
So you're happy to
Yeah.
review that situation a week from today on the 18th as
yeah,
well?
let's see how we go. We're going to can you talk to the supervisor in the invoicing area?
Yeah, sure.
And, yeah,
See if
in the
they can.
accounts.
Yeah,
Talk
absolutely.
to the accounting
Beautiful.
supervisor and see if she can get a couple of her juniors onto it.
Great idea. All right. We've just got two more points to go through. If I can
Yeah.
quickly get onto those ones. Obviously, we're not rushing it. I think it's all very important. But
Yeah, well, I can see you've done a heap of work in bringing this up. So good on you, Cam. I mean, that's a lot of preparation for a
look,
meeting.
all staff's put into it, so it's been
Oh,
great.
good.
Kathy had an issue with, not an issue, but she was looking out the window the other day, and she heard the mower going. She looked out, and she saw the gardener. She's quite friendly with. Apparently, the gardener, she was not wearing earplugs or safety glasses, and I suppose we've all got to look out for each other, and there's a huge chance that the gardener could do some damage to either his eye or his hearing, obviously.
Yeah.
So look, I put it down
Oh,
as
that's that big noisy mower. That one.
the big.
Oh, right.
the-
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Yeah. No. For sure.
Yeah.
That's a health and safety issue right
So
there.
I have just we need to.
Who does he work with?
Well, that's
He
within
works with the
maintenance. So
crew,
we'll
doesn't
get
he?
on to maintenance.
So when I get on to Maxie about the things, I'll mention that to him. You need
Sure.
to have a word with that bloke.
Yeah, beauty.
And
She.
She?
Yeah. With the two gardeners, it was she.
Oh,
and
okay.
she
Well,
sort of-
all of them. Anyone
Yeah.
who uses that equipment or anything that's noisy, they've got to either have earplugs or
Yeah.
earmuffs on.
and
We
the
got them
safety
there, and
glass.
I've seen
So
them, and the safety
that's
glasses,
right. So I've
for
got some
sure.
safety glasses here. Just a quick
And I
demonstration.
remember a couple of weeks ago, I saw a bloke. He was walking out of the gardening shed, and he was wearing like a pair of sneakers. I said, "Mate, you taking
Steel
any
caps,
gear
yeah,
out
right,
of that,
okay,
you've got to
we'll-
have make sure you've got
Okay,
your
we'll
safety
we'll
shoes
add
on."
that to it as well then.
Yeah.
So just a quick demonstration, obviously, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll ask mates to, before the gardener starts the mower, put the safety glasses on, make sure they're
Yep.
fitted properly, whack the earmuffs on, and bang, away you go.
Yeah. For sure.
All right, beautiful. We'll get onto maintenance for that one. I thought that well, you're happy to have a review date 2 weeks from that, on the 25th.
Yeah.
Beauty.
When's our next meeting?
So we're going to review a couple of things tomorrow, but we'll have probably a full meeting a weekly from now until these get.
I'm glad you brought that stuff along. Now I'll make sure that I talk to Max about the
Beautiful.
barriers, and
Beautiful.
you're going to make sure that that lighting and stuff is fixed up.
Yep.
And the rest of that would make sure that all
Incident-
the supervisors in those areas know.
That's right. And incident reports we sent around, obviously.
Yeah, good.
So this is the
So we
very
want to
last.
see all that sort of stuff at our next meeting. I want to see copies. If we haven't already read them, we want them tabled.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Okay.
So the very last, but certainly not the least, of our dramas, as far as what we're talking about. So, a used syringe has been found in the visitors' toilet. I know it's not the first time, won't be the last, even, but we need to do everything we can to make that a safe area for everyone, obviously.
Yeah. Whenever you talk about syringes, people immediately think about drugs, but there's a lot of people who've got insulin and
Absolutely,
other kind of
100%.
problems. So is there should be sharps. There should be.
Well, that's I don't know. I don't know if it's been ripped out of there or what's happened there. But that's one thing
something
we
that's been overlooked.
well, it's something we need to get onto
It's
straight
certainly something that
away.
needs to be looked at. Yeah, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So putting some sharps containers and look, I know that back in the day they used to put blue lights and stuff like that in the toilets. I don't think we're going to go down that avenue. I don't think it's a pleasant thing for people to have to deal with. But I'm thinking we get the sharps containers in there, and we all just maybe have some signs there, just asking people to be respectful of other people. You're 100% right. They may not have been used. It might have been a diabetic situation, but good chance it would have been that was used for a drug use. So again, we can only do our best, which we've got to keep on being better and better at. But making that a safe environment. I mean, our visitors are our clients, and the most important people to
Well, I
this
hope that
centre.
if there was any syringes left behind, that was by visitors and.
Well, not staff.
by
Well,
any
that's
staff,
that's
yeah.
right. But that's
But that's the right. So
everything's
it was
possibility.
it's in the public ones, the public access toilets.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, the
all
visitors one. So
Yeah, well,
look,
there's
I'd say that's a high, pretty high on the risk matrix.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to.
We don't want anyone standing on it,
emptying out the
pricking a
bin and
finger.
getting a needle shoved into his hand.
That's right. So very important. Something we've got to get into. I'm saying we'll review that tomorrow. Get some sharp containers put in there today.
Yeah.
Some signage put up there today. Just and we go from there.
Yeah.
So that's it, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Idris, Chairman Iddy. I was thinking that right now we need to let all staff and stakeholders know of the update with our WHS meeting we've just had.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we bang out an email to all staff and volunteers, stakeholders,
Yeah.
and also put up a notice on the notice board, which everyone walks past every day, and it's actually well utilised, the staff notice board. So
Yeah.
put something up there, and then hopefully an email today, and then hopefully by the end of the day everyone's up to date with what's
Does
going on.
the notice board one has officers to note, so that like a list of the staff, so they can all sign to say that they've read it.
It's a good idea. We'll do that for sure.
Good.
And then we know exactly that
Yeah.
the fact
And
that everyone's on top of it.
itemise the fact that they need to be careful when they're coming in and out of the building until we get the lighting rectified,
Beauty.
to avoid the area that's been barred off, and
Yeah.
not to go through the barriers, because they're
Sure.
there for their safety and not
Okay.
there to upset them or make them walk further to go around to the
Yep.
side door until we get it fixed.
Beautiful.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that's all good. So so
And-
an email that notifies them of all of our concerns,
Yep.
and also advises them on what action that they should take to look after their personal safety,
Beautiful.
and to report to their immediate supervisors anything that can help us improve the standard of,
No worries. Beauty.
of the workplace.
Cool. And now, so you're happy? We'll have a we'll head back to our workstations now. Get put an end to this meeting. I'll get on the minutes
Yep,
here,
sure.
and we can meet tomorrow quickly for those certain things we need to meet about tomorrow.
Yep.
And then on a
Okay,
weekly
yeah,
weekly
We'll see
situation.
how we go
You happy
with,
with that?
with the things you're doing. Yeah.
Beauty.
Okay.
All right, thanks very much. Thanks, guys.
Oh, you're
Ta,
welcome.
thanks, everyone.
All right, thank you. I officially declare the meeting closed now.
Beautiful.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Ta.